Please, sir.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
आज का जो वेबिनार है हमारा उसका सब्जेक्ट है वेब3 ब्लॉकचेन क्रिप्टो करेंसी और SWOT एनालिसिस. This is what I am going to cover. I've done small PPT about what I'm going to talk today, covering Web3 technology, blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, and SWOT analysis. First of all, thank you very much for MCCI, Muslim Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for arranging this webinar. The chairman Nazimuddin Farooq Saab has spoken about the webinar briefly, and he's going to talk to us about this webinar and more information later in the day, later in this session. And Dr. Abdul Wase will also be talking about investment opportunities in cryptocurrency. Just to give some brief information, you can see from the screen that my name is Muhammad Abdul Qadir. I'm MBA Banking and Finance. I've done Islamic Financing Principal course in year 2000. And after several years, I did Blockchain Foundation course in 2020. It's not 2019, but 2020. So by profession, corporate commercial banker, but I've been Islamic financing individual or professional, because last 10 years up to 2013 I was involved in project financing, where all of the industrial project financing was done on Islamic banking principles. Most of my time spent in Saudi Arabia, but 2013 I came back to India, started my own company as industrial consultancy, but still operating for Saudi and local customers. And I do advisory services also. My domain experience is finance, but IT experience has been very limited or reasonable, I can say, and focus is on blockchain and cryptocurrency. I'm more involved in cryptocurrencies now. My focus is on cryptocurrency. As you can see, our motto is to learn, educate, and earn. This webinar is more on the awareness side on blockchain and cryptos and related technologies, and to encourage investment in cryptos due to immense opportunities going forward. This is something which is coming up new, and I think we have to be there very much involved. We can carefully choose to invest to make it permissible, halal and interest free, because there are options. There are always halal and haram factor in everything. So we have to find our ways. Our investments, our actions should be halal and permissible. It is also advised that everybody has to do their own research, do your own research, as always, before investing. So what are crypto assets? Crypto assets are digital currencies. It is in digital format. There is no physical paper currency or a coin kind of thing. It's all digital. Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoin, stable coins, Tether, other various tokens, all cryptocurrencies, and they are traded on the stock exchange. Same like other stock exchange, other stocks that are traded online on stock exchanges. A real asset, land, property, gold also can be converted to a digital asset by way of issuance of coins or tokens, which can be traded on an exchange. It can change hands officially. In some cases, art items, music also is tokenized, but these are called fungible and non-fungible tokens. We are not going to talk about this at this moment. I will cover on Web3, the three stages of web. As you can see from this screen, it was first Web 1 and then Web 2, and now the current version is Web 3. Web 1 was a kind of introduction of this internet technology, and it was kind of birth of internet. beginning, linking of computers, static and HTML kind of things. Very limited activity, people were slowly accepting it. Then the Web 2 version came. It's almost every version, you can say it has taken about 10 years time. Web 2, this is a second stage where it was more interactive. You can react and you can respond to the social media. Web 2 is the phase wherein various online social media and services came up, and it was also emergence of FANG companies, Amazon, Facebook, WhatsApp, uh, Netflix, Google. These conglomerates have come up. These all through the centralization of the data and monopoly of data. Now, the third version, Web 3 phase, is something where you can read, write, trust, verifiable trust. That you can verify some of the transactions. You can do it in Web 3. Web 3 is something where there can be some good, reasonable kind of interaction, and you can verify the transactions. You are allowed to do transactions. Also, Web 3 is called financial internet because financial transactions can be done under Web 3. Technically, you can trust the transactions as because the transactions done under Web 3 using blockchain technology can be verified, and a trust can, a kind of trust can be developed to deal directly between the two unknown and stranger parties, and you still can depend and trust because you can verify the authenticity of the transaction that you are doing. There are a lot of opportunities for the user to deal in financial matters using blockchain and Web3 technology. The other important thing is that Web3 functionality and the blockchain technology through this all day and night, 24/7. I think you can see the screen now. Okay. The Web3 technology allows us to do the transactions day and night, 24/7, 365 days, day and night. Unlike the regular exchanges where you have timing to access and to transact, Web3 you are open all the time. Anytime during the day and night you can do the transaction. That's one of the beautiful things that I found. And the data is decentralized, it is shared, and it is not stored within a single authority. It's an open source.
Sir, request everybody to hide their videos, sir, because you are unable to see the PPT. So other than speaker, everybody, Maishwaran sir and everybody, please hide your videos so that we can see the PPT.
Yes.
Yeah, okay now.
Full screen can leave.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right now.
Okay.
वो आइकन को दबा, हाँ उसको दबाइए, वो चौथा 44th, हाँ उसको.
Okay. So I was talking about the Web 3 version of the internet, where I talk about some of the good things in Web 3 technology. Most of the exchange of value in the tokens is done through cryptocurrency exchanges. So it is not a private transaction, it is done through exchanges. Everybody has, whoever is involved has information about what they have and what they are giving, what they are taking. Okay. And there is an option to have an electronic wallet whereby you can save your own savings or digital funds in your wallet. This is also an option available. That it is something like you are having your own bank within your own custody and your own pocket. All tokens, cryptocurrencies, bitcoins are based on blockchain. So I will talk to you now about blockchain technology. We spoke about Web3, the third phase of the Web3. Now I'll talk about the blockchain technology introduction. It started about 10 years ago. The process is of the blockchain technology is a kind of recording information and transactions, which is impossible to delete or change in a block. When somebody is creating a block, and it has to have some kind of process, a recognized process, by way of passing through that process, the information is stored. But the information that is stored cannot be deleted, cannot be changed, it will not be hacked, it cannot be cheated. The system is like that. पत्थर की लकीर जो लिख दिया सो लिख दिया, जो एक मशहूर जो ना है बात, समझिए ऐसा ही है ये. Technology is similar to blockchain. There are other technologies also which is similar to technology blockchain, which is called hyperledger, R3 Coda, hashgraph, etc. Some of the banks are using this. R3 Coda is used by banks to store the information and to have the immutable data for long-term purposes. The blockchain technology came into limelight due to the Bitcoin, which is so famous now. For almost 6 years, Bitcoin was only $10 value. When it was initially started, $10 per Bitcoin for 6 years. Gradually, people try to understand what this is and what kind of asset it is. Now it has become so famous. Now it's, I think, current values is about $59,000. Blockchain has been adopted more and more in other industries like finance, banking, supply chain, pharma industry, food industry. There are hundreds of use cases and they are growing. Whoever is in the industry is using it, they are accepting it, they are using it for their benefit, and the fame for the blockchain technology is growing. The key features of the blockchain technology is that the data is decentralized. It is not stored with some one authority like Facebook controlling all of the data themselves, and we have limited access to the data. It's not like that. Within the framework, the data is decentralized and stored in several places, and users can have access to it. The blockchain technology is trustworthy and transactions can be verified. And blockchain is a combination of cryptography and decentralization of data. Blockchain transactions can be digitally signed. You don't have to have a paper signature or something, and it can be trusted, secured, verified, and it can be proven also. There are independent websites like Etherscan or other scanning websites where you can do the verification of the transaction independently. Blockchain is a secure technology, and it has opportunity to secure. It is giving an opportunity to secure data and make it immutable and non-reversible. Blockchain is helping cutting the middlemen in the transactions. Like Nazimuddin Farooq Saab was talking about Nigeria. In Nigeria, the buyers and sellers, the importers, exporters between Nigeria and China have accepted Bitcoin as their main payment methodology, whereby they do transactions and they pay through Bitcoin. So it is so famous that spot and live, and immediately the payment is made to the supplier, and there is no bank involved in it. And also the banking charges, which, for example, for a transaction, if it is $100, in the case of cryptocurrency payments or Bitcoin payments, out from the $100, it can reduce to $1 only, $1 or maximum $2. That kind of benefit is there for the users. So going forward, there are a lot of possibilities and good things that these technologies are giving for the users. Also, the audit and transactions can be easily tracked. Also, another good feature in the blockchain is that it will stop double spending. Somebody trying to fake transaction between two parties or three parties of the same amount, it cannot be done. I just briefly talk about use cases of blockchain technology. Guys, everybody is hearing me, or is there any problem?
No, there's no problem. It's fine.
Alhamdulillah. Major use cases for the blockchain is, of course, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, where all the transactions are immutable and verifiable and trusted. That's the benefit of blockchain technology. Payments and cross-border transactions are happening. I gave you an example of Nigeria, where it's a major user of Bitcoin payment system. It saved a transaction fee I just mentioned. And there are other cases also, other use cases, like a trade lanes, food lanes. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm not so good into this PPT. So I was talking about trade lanes. Trade lanes is something which is used by shipping companies. The software is developed by IBM Technologies, and it's used by almost 50% of the shipping companies worldwide. Maersk is the one who has adopted it first, and they are the one who developed it through IBM. But now, very large group of shipping companies, almost I think 50% of the shipping lines are using the trade lanes. In trade lanes, the information is all passed through different stages, and it is so secure and trustworthy that they don't have to look back and do any kind of verifications. Earlier, there are set of shipping documents, buyers or sellers and shippers used to send through courier. That has all stopped, and it's just limited to some documents which are also sent through trade lanes, and the buyer or the importer will simply download the pages or what the information, and then they can approach the shipping authority or custom authority. Custom authority also has accepted these trade lanes as very user-friendly software, and the custom authorities also in some of the governments have accepted it and they are using it. This is trade lanes, and then food lanes is another software which is done on blockchain technology. Britannia Industries in India has started using food lanes. Using food lanes, different stages of food processing can be cross-checked, can be stored, and information can be gathered. Sometimes the good thing is that the information, whatever is stored, is saved and it cannot be changed. So that kind of assurance is there that everything what is recorded is true and unchangeable. One of the good things that food lanes kind of thing can do the tracking of halal slaughtering if the companies use these food lanes. MediLedger is another use case where they are having information about the pharma companies' products for avoiding any fake products. Universal Identity is one of the company which is company by Legendary. They are doing KYC kind of things, like Aadhaar kind of things for the whole world. Different also, they will do this kind of Aadhaar kind of KYC. They will do it for the whole world, and anybody who's any government or any authority or any group or any corporation can get their services for the KYC identity. Another example is Brave browser. Brave browser is something where, unlike Chrome or Google browser, the users get rewarded for surfing on the internet. It blocks and it will never store any tracking of our web activity. These are use cases. Then there are talk about some disadvantages, weakness, and shortfalls about the blockchain users. Some of these, I think it is already addressed by some new companies who have come up in this arena, and they are trying to sort this out and come up, with new solutions like, hard to scale, and data is immediately something that is advantage, of course. Slower process. In case of Bitcoin, I think the process is slow, transactions per second. But there are so many other technologies now which is giving ability to do transactions very fast, like 140 transactions per second. The latest I can see it. Whereas I think it's 8 transactions or 10 minutes per block transactions in Bitcoin. So that kind of improvement is coming up. I will cover this short information here. SWOT is short for strength, weakness, and opportunities and threats. This is something that SWOT analysis can be done by anyone for anything. It is a kind of looking at some of the products, proposals, or any projects that you have. Look at the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threats. So on the strength side, it's a promising and proven technology. It is not going to go anywhere. It will not die down. It has a lot of potential to grow. Bitcoin is a blockchain. This is one of the strengths. And there are unique features. So the adoption is increasing day by day. Cryptocurrencies, tokens, and blockchain is all all based on blockchain, and based on Web3 infra. You have blockchain technology, IoT, and other technologies also is based on Web3 infra. Volume does not matter in crypto transactions. You can do 100 rupees transaction or 1 million transaction. There is no such issue with the minimum amount of transaction. One of the strengths that you are owning your own bank, you have your own control on your money. About 7 to 8 million Indians already investing in cryptos. About US dollar 1.5 million already in circulation in cryptocurrency. And inshallah, very soon government of India will also regularize, because they see the huge potential in this, and India cannot remain isolated out of this technology. On the weakness side, we see the speed transaction is a major hurdle, which I just told you that there are alternative technologies which are coming up, which are very fast, and there will be more improvement. It's a decentralized exchange, what we deal with now, but some of the exchanges are not fully decentralized. That is one of the weakness. There are ways to overcome, because there are few decentralized exchanges also have come up recently. Because mostly some of the most of the exchanges now can say they are centralized exchanges. Internet is a must for blockchain access. But there are ways, and I think new ways being searched for offline access, like through mobile and other technologies. Another weakness I can see it is that there are unclear regulations and inconsistency of laws between the governments, different governments. That will, of course, improve over a period. And fundamental and technical analysis skills are required, and there is a shortage in it. related IT skills is also in short supply. People who are involved in blockchain are very limited. I can talk about opportunities and threats now. Opportunity side, I can see more and more adoption worldwide of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. It will work with other future techs like internet, IoT, AI, ML, etc. Already, blockchain is disrupting current financial markets, and banks are either using it or they want to adopt in coming years, days, to improve their transaction processing. Through crypto currencies and blockchain, organizations can approach non-banked populations worldwide. Cardano is one of the examples that they are targeting. Cardano is a group who are targeting all of the Africa to have banking transactions, to process all banking transactions without involving any bank. So there I can see there are tremendous possibilities and opportunities in IT domain for programmers, analysts, consultants, because there is lack of skills in the blockchain arena and cryptocurrencies, of course. Unlike the stock market, I just mentioned before that crypto market is always open. And the settlement, of course, is very quick. Spot, not even spot, I can say it's live. When you say spot, it's a transaction plus 2 days. But in the case of cryptos, it is at the same time live transactions. You buy and you sell. Your money is your crypto balance or your fiat currency is in your account straight away, same time. So that's one of the good thing I can see. You don't have to wait for T plus 2 days for settlement, and there is no mediator or party involved in this. I can see. I myself have missed the opportunity of owning Amazon shares. Amazon company was in losses for almost 10 years, and I think I lost this opportunity when I was not able to buy. But with these new opportunities in the crypto world, there are so many companies coming up, like Microsoft, similar to Microsoft, Apple, and Infosys, which will where we can do the investment and be owner of these companies. That's an opportunity I think I can see. On the threat side, something where there are possibilities that we have these threats. So one of the environmental issues is that the Bitcoin takes a lot of energy, a lot of electricity to process its blocks. I think there are other alternative processes where the environmental issues are addressed, and we don't have to have that kind of energy use. Regulations of cryptocurrency, I just talked, and there is a threat, but I hope this will be overcome with more governments involving in it. Many local governments are promoting CBDCs. These are currencies developed by the reserve banks, local reserve banks. There might be something which is coming up similar to cryptocurrencies. As usual with any investment, there is risk of losing all investment. If we lose password, if we lose passphrase or anything like that, there is a risk of losing our investment. So we have to be very careful with this. Money laundering is a threat that is always discussed with cryptos. The Chain Analysis is a company which is very much famous, and government of USA and many countries are using it because they do the analysis of transactions which are related to money laundering or anything. They can easily trace anything like that. So Alhamdulillah, I covered all the things in my webinar. Abdul Basit Sahab?
Gee, mashallah, very good, mashallah. You have covered everything about the technology. Now I'm wondering what should I speak.
No, you have many things to talk, of course. can I stop here?
I mean, if you are done with your presentation, that's fine.
Yeah. Yes, so I'll stop my screen.
Yeah, stop sharing your screen.
Yeah.
All right.